everybody. How's everybody doing? Alright, so thank you to all of you who came here because I invited you, and for all of you who do not know anything about this, I hope you enjoy. This is a story I wrote. I need to give a shout out to Sarah in the front row who gave me the inspiration and the name of the character. But this story is called Carl the Tobacco Lover. As you recall, and I'm sure you do, monsters enjoy honeydew. But for only some is this the truth. Some others just don't like the fruit. Some monsters eat designer sunglasses, and some eat children by the masses. Some munch on puppies at the vet, but Carl lives on cigarettes. I met him first some time ago outside in newly fallen snow, and as far as introductions go, this one was strange, and here's how so. I had lit one up to cure my stress when Carl showed his interest. I don't want my own, but please at best, when you're done with that, give me the rest. This voice I heard had startled me because it was from beneath my feet, and before I thought to run or scream, he said, "It's not to smoke, it's just to eat." The snow had just then changed to rain when I first encountered Carl's drain, and when I did to my disdain, he said, "Come on down and I'll explain." I stared into this darkened void and said, "I think this will not be enjoyed. You see, I'm late and I'm employed, and so your drain I must avoid." "Not a problem," Carl said. "My name's Carl, let's be friends. I'll wait until you pass again, then you can come see Carl's den." I think that's fair, but if I agree, you must first show your face to me, for just how trusting can I be? You could just want to kidnap me. "No, I think you have me wrong. I've been scared to say that all along. My skin is weak, the sun is strong, so here I must stay all day long." I must say sorry, my dear man, to cause offense was not my plan, but I am sure you understand if I don't leave now, I'll get the can. He said, "Okay," and then I walked, and then he said, "Don't say we talked. Inside of you, please keep this locked, and if you don't, they will be shocked." As I confirmed and went my way, I reflected on this fateful day, but what had I heard Carl say? He eats the butts we throw away? That can't be right, I said. In fact, I bet that this is all an act, but I am one he won't attract, for I can sense that it's a trap. I decided I should sleep on it, and if not sleep, just think and sit, for I would truly need my wit if Carl's den I planned to visit. I passed his drain after my class, but made sure I didn't leave the grass, for one wrong move would be my last in case my leg he tried to grasp. But he just said, "Buy me a pack, for I could really use a jack, but not a puff, just for a snack." So I said, "Fine, I'll be right back." When I returned, to my surprise, at once I noticed Carl's eyes. Dark green out of the drain they spied, the type of eyes that spell demise. But Carl said, "Just come on down and I can show you all around. A great adventure have you found in Carl's den beneath the ground." "Okay, but Carl, promise please that at my leisure I can leave and safe pass from you receive." Carl just smiled and then agreed. So I removed the manhole cover and took one step after another, curious about what I'd discover with Carl the tobacco lover. This was the first time I clearly saw him. His face was hollow with pale gray skin, his back was hunched, his hair was thin, and his teeth were uglier than sin. And what's worse, his breath was worse. It nearly put me in a hearse. Don't mind my breath, it's just a curse for eating food that's worse than dirt. Next I noticed his huge nose and how he wore such filthy clothes. His pointy ears through his hair showed, and after that his tail arose. He pointed it towards the door and then announced, "Let's start our tour." I said, "I fear that I can take no more," but Carl said, "You can, I'm sure." First he said, "Now on your right is the room I sleep in every night. That's my bed and that's my light, and that's the desk at which I write." Then Carl said, "Let's move on through. I'll show you to my living room. I have chairs and love seats and a sofa too, so for sitting one of those will do. But now I think it's justly time for you to see where I unwind, so if you really do not mind, here is where I cook and dine." As we approached the kitchen door, I noticed Carl's sleek decor, yellow lined the walls and drawers with purple painted hardwood floors. "I hope that you are having fun," Carl said. "You're the first one I've brought down here that didn't run, so now it's best that I begun." "Begun?" I said. "What do you mean? Could there be more than what I've seen? This place is small and all but clean. It reeks and stinks of nicotine." But Carl said, "Cool down a sec. I know it stinks, but please don't fret. I need to tell you my regrets and how I started eating cigarettes. I think that I should set the stage. I must have been about your age when cigarettes were all the rage before doctors hailed them as a plague. My childhood was mediocre. My mom was an insurance broker. My dad made money playing poker. They were both quite heavy smokers. My brothers and my cousins too, for smoking was the thing to do, but my family didn't have a clue that smoking's just plain bad for you. But at that point, neither did I, so when my sister offered me a try, I'm sure you can guess what I replied. I just said yes, without a why. I'm sorry, Carl, I must intrude. I do not wish to appear rude, but it seems that you failed to include how butts became your favorite food. Come on, you're smart, don't you see? The smoke was not enough for me. I puffed and puffed, but could not foresee just how addicting it could be. At first each day I smoked like 8. The butts from each made me feel great. I liked the smell, but loved the taste, so that helped me pick up the pace. I moved ahead to smoking lots until smoking overtook my thoughts. My nose was filled with lemon snot, and then my teeth began to rot. But still I thought, hey, I'm young, who cares if smoking burns my lungs or kills the taste buds on my tongue? Yes, I was young, but also dumb. So further and further I progressed till I was weak without finesse, then lost my joy, became depressed, and one day said my life's a mess. But what to do? I couldn't quit, I had gotten too far into it. I had to have my daily fix, but was too embarrassed to admit. But then an idea struck my brain, one others might think quite insane, for if from smoking I refrained, I could eat the butts that called my name.